Hello, I am Dr. N.K. Singh, Chairman RSSDI Jharkhand and Director Diabetes and Heart Research Center Dhanbad. I will tell you in summary about my talk which was presented at the RSSDI Jaipur 2019, and that was the top 10 clinical papers presented at ADA and ESD this year 2019. In the world of diabetology, 2019 will be memorable. Why? Because lots of breakthrough and line-changing impact has come due to some trials. So I will just take a snapshot of those trials. First, I will take review of some CVOT trials, and among them, the REWIND trial came with a fresh lease of life, saying that the dulaglutide given weekly, even if you use for primary prevention, it works very well for the prevention of cardiovascular complications from diabetes. So this is a REWIND, will be a very important rewinding trial for the diabetology in 2009. Other trial, the declared TIMI 59, and the renal analysis which was presented at the ADA San Francisco, that told that if you take 10 milligram of dapagliflozin, it halves the incidence of renal complications, and that is a very big message which emerged from the declared TIMI trial at the ADA. Later on, the lots of pioneer programs are going on from 1 to 8 with the tablet of semaglutide, and especially the Pioneer 6 and Pioneer 8 were presented at the ESD and ADA, and the total summary of all these trials that said that in future the tablet of semaglutide will replace all the injectable GLP-1 RA agonists, as this will be oral, and this has also given a positive response to cardiovascular responses, and it, although it could be a bit costly, but as it will be an oral drug, this can change the whole landscape of the diabetes management. Later this year at the ADA, the Carolina trial came, and again this is a very, very big message emerged that at least in the developing world, where we are using sulfonylureas for centuries, for decades, this drug has got cardiovascular safety signal, and it is comparable to the linagliptin. That is a very big message. Although in the linagliptin arm, the incidence of hypoglycemia was less, but the main message which emerged that sulfonylurea, especially the modern sulfonylurea, is very, very safe when you use it. Other trials like CREDENCE and Carmelina trial, again giving the same line of direction which are changing our guidelines. And later, for the renal angle, the DAPA-HF and DEFINE-HF, two trials were presented at the ESD, and discussed some new data also were discussed at the ESD, and again this gives importance of SGLT2 inhibitors, especially dapagliflozin, that given even without diabetes, it has become a cardiological medicine, cardiology medicine. Apart from these trials, some medications related trials and complications related trial came, and today's trial was presented at the ADA, and that showed that the complications of the renal, neurological, even pregnancy related. So if a patient develops type 2 diabetes in their early age, in tune of time, they are very prone to these complications. So you must take these things, and our young patients of type 2 diabetes very aggressively in treating it and also monitoring for all these complications. One more trial on the new drug, imeglimin, came at the ESD, and this will be a blockbuster drug in days to come, as it has shown that the reduction of HbA1c is very potent. Even the safety wise, it is very good, and it has got a dual mode of action. It takes care of the beta cell secretory portion also, and even the insulin sensitivity at the muscular level, and even at the hepatic level. So this could be a very, very important drug in days to come. Apart from that, two more trials was very, very important at the ESD, and one was the Verify and other was the Conclude. The Verify has, you can say that verified that if you take metformin with the vildagliptin or any gliptin from the very beginning, the treatment failure will be delayed. And this definitely this trial has given a reassurance for the combination therapy from the beginning. But remember that this trial does not give today us a license to practice each. For that, from the all cases, you should go for the metformin and the gliptin combination. But definitely a new thing has come that this, if you start from the very beginning, the treatment failure will be delayed, which is very, very important in diabetes. Then a new drug also was tested in the type 1 diabetes, and that trial is known as TrialNet trial. And then the Tezolizumab is a drug which prevents the disruption of the beta cell, and it is very surprising message came that when you give this drug to the relatives of the type 1 patients which are more prone to get the type 1 diabetes, the occurrence of type 1 diabetes was delayed for 2 years. So this was a very, very very good message emerged from this trial. Apart from this, the very two preventive trials is worth mentioning. One is the D2D trial, which was very much important trial presented at the ADA San Francisco, and when it was seen that when they gave it to the not vitamin D3 deficient subjects, but rather the 53 nanogram was the average level of the vitamin D3, and when it was given, this does not prevent the occurrence of the type 2 diabetes. So this has become clear that if you give the vitamin D3 supplementation to a person who has got a vitamin D3 sufficient status, it will not prevent type 2 diabetes. But again, we must remember that still the chapter is open. If your vitamin D3 status is in the deficient state, like less than 12 nanogram, then if you give vitamin D3, this could again prevent or not prevent. This is not very clear, but this chapter is again not closed today. Other trial was the preview trial, and this was a very, very exciting trial at the ADA. But I will say that at one level it was a failure because only 57% people completed the trial, and this was regarding the reversal of the diabetes with the lifestyle modification. So initially they gave a 800 kilocalorie diet, and the patients lost the weight up to 7 to 10 kg, but later on they were divided into 4 groups, giving moderate protein, high glycemic index food, and some with moderate intensity, with some with low intensity. But ultimately it was shown that the 4% of the persons who completed the trial did not get the diabetes. So again the message is coming that the diabetes reversal is possible, and for the first time in the history of this medicine, we are talking now that diabetes can be reversed. This came from the direct trial, and even the preview trial is pointing towards that. So these are some few updates which I told you regarding the ADA and ESD from the ADA, and this, I think, if we remember all these trials, these have got the guideline changing impact, and this was the main message. Thank you very much.
Insights from the world's best medical minds. You are watching therightdoctors.com.